New World Order.
Oh, you didn't know?
You ready? Let's go!
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Feed me.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Big Daddy Cool Vinny Apicella, and I am here with the Sports Wire. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing and downloading to the Sports Wire podcast. And we are here. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are not only live on Fat Cat Radio, courtesy of Spreaker, but we are also live on our YouTube page, which is SportswireSWE. So surf on over to that and check us out, because we are live simulcasting. Alright, we've got quite a bit of a show for you today. We've got the head coach of the Connecticut Panthers, Mark Welch. I had an interview with him this past yesterday actually, and talked about quite a few different topics, everywhere from the playoffs to the upcoming playoffs, as I will go over that playoff bracket in just a little bit. And also we went over, injuries, we went over the regular season, we went over some other stuff to do with the Connecticut Panthers, who are your reigning, defending, undisputed 2014 and 2013 Colonial Conference, the NFL Colonial Conference champions. So they're going for 3 in a row. They're going to three-peat, and I'm happy to be along for the ride. I'm just riding on the coattails, but I'm still doing the broadcasts. Okay, so before we get into any other kind of stuff, let's get our business out of the way. And that, what I mean by business is I mean by our sponsors. Jerry Wilson from It's So Real Productions, Stay Blessed Productions. Also, we've got Sister Sue's Homemade Jams and Jellies. They are out of West Virginia. Check them out on Facebook. We've also got Wayne Jones from Black Lion Entertainment Music Group. We've got M&J Video Games and First Base Sports Cards and Collectibles. Both are in Wallingford and Southington, Connecticut. Folks, the way you could listen to us right now, obviously we are live every Monday and Thursday, 10 a.m. You could listen to us in a variety of ways. The easiest way would be to go to Spreaker.com/show/sports-wire. That's why you could go to the Spreaker. There's also the Spreaker app. You could do a number of ways from Spreaker. The other way you can do it is by following us on YouTube. YouTube.com/SportsWire. SportswireCT. Also, you can follow us on the Twitter and Periscope and Tout and Instagram and Tumblr and Pinterest and all those other, even Snapchat, SWE Connecticut. Also, on our YouTube page, Google Plus and Skype, which is SportswireSWE. The other thing you could do is you could go over to iTunes, surf over to the podcast page, search Sportswire, look for our flame logo, which is right down. If you're watching YouTube, it's right down in your right-hand corner of the screen. Look for our Sportswire, our flame logo, and then all you have to do is click subscribe, and that's it. And then every new episode of the Sportswire and every new game this year of the Connecticut Panthers will be delivered directly to your listening apparatus, be it an iPod, an iPad, an iPhone, or anything you've got iTunes on, which means your computer. That's right. While you're sitting at work, bored all day, you can turn on the SportsWire podcast and let the day fly by. We are here delivering an attack to your audiological senses, and we're gonna jump actually right into it. And got one new tweet. Yes, like I said, follow. Also, if you wanted to find us or send us a question, send us a comment on Twitter, go on over and use the hashtag Vinistry. That's right, VINISTRY. As a matter of fact, while we're on YouTube, I'm going to put that hashtag up in the corner and maybe people will see it. So I'm going to add some more title. And I'm going to do this on the fly. So folks, I just want to let you know. Whoa, see, it's actually not up there. Oh yeah, it is up there. You can see where it says title text. Well, I'm doing it on the fly. What can I say? That is the hashtag to use. And actually, I'm not gonna scroll it, but I'm going to find our font, which is actually not. Oh, there it is. There's our font. We're gonna change it to the color of red, if I can find it. It doesn't even have. There we go. Oh, that's just the outline. No, we don't want a green outline. Folks, I apologize. I'm trying to get this done. There we go, none. That's what we want. Click OK. And now I'm going to make it smaller. And there you go, hashtag Vinistry. And I'm going to move it up to the upper left hand. There we go. That's what you're going to use. Use the hashtag Vinistry and send us all the questions you want on Twitter. Folks, I will say this. We're going to get right into it now with some news from of Stable Song giving the coin toss that happened on Monday. Okay, there were actually, like I tried to explain on Monday's show, there were two coin tosses in the NFL Colonial Conference Southern Division. Okay, the first coin toss was between the Western Connecticut Militia and the Connecticut Panthers, both ending with a 9-1 record. Okay, the winner of that coin toss was the Western Connecticut Militia, as Coach Welch will let you know in just a little bit. Also, the Connecticut Chiefs and the Pioneer Valley Knights had a coin toss, both of them ending with a 5-5 record. So the winner of that coin toss was the Connecticut Chiefs. So here's how it stands. The first three teams, the Militia, the Panthers, and the Chiefs, all get a bye this weekend. Okay, in the first round this coming weekend, we're going to have the Pioneer Valley Knights take on the Hartford Colts. The winner of that game moves on to face the Western Connecticut Militia next weekend. The weekend of the 10th to the 11th is the divisional weekend. Western Connecticut Militia take on the winner of the Pioneer Valley Knights and Hartford Colts. And the Connecticut Panthers take on the Connecticut Chiefs in the divisional round. Semifinals, obviously the two winners will play each other on the weekend of October 17th to 18th. And then the AAA Championship happens on October 24th. Now, and that depends on who is, where they're playing and who is home field advantage. Now, in the Northern Division, there needed no coin tosses because the Southern Maine Raging Bulls were the only one with a 9-1 record. So they have them. The North Shore Generals and the Boston Bandits all have a bye this weekend. The 4th and the 5th seeds are the Rhode Island War Dogs and the Lowell Nor'easter. They'll play this weekend for the play-in game. In divisional round of October 10th to the 11th, the Raging Bulls will take on the winner of the War Dogs and the Nor'easter, and the North Shore Generals will play the Boston Bandits. Obviously, the winners go to the semifinal for October 17th to the 18th, and then finally the AAA Championship on October 24th. So we've got quite a bit going on, folks, for the Panthers. As I said, this past Sunday was a barn burner between the Panthers and the Chiefs, and they'll have a rematch in just a week and a half now. So for that to happen, I talked to Coach Welch about about what the game plan is going to be. So we're actually going to get right into that, and that interview. We're going to get in right into that after the following song. Actually, before the following song. Right? Is that what I'm going to try to do? No, that's not what I'm going to try to do. We're going to actually go to a song first, which is by A.J. Jansen. It's called This Ain't Dixie. You've heard it on the Sports Wire before. Okay? So there I am. And there's a hashtag ministry. Okay. I'm going to go to our first song right now. And right after that, we're going to go to our interview with Coach Welch. So here's A.J. Jansen right here on the Sports Wire with This Ain't Dixie.
Down in the corner is a New York City phony. He likes to think he owns this joint, but he don't. He comes from the Mason-Dixon line, where the hollers and the swallows spend their dimes, raising cane and sipping that sweet moonshine. Well, the good Lord never told him about the country way up here. We like our Hank, we like our Junior, but let's get one thing clear. This ain't Dixie, but it's country, and my southern sisters love me. We like it loud, we like it proud, are you with me? This ain't Dixie, but it's country, and my outlaw brothers know me. We like it loud, we like it proud, are you with me? This ain't Dixie. It might sound a little unholy. Don't judge me if you don't know me. We all love having us a real good time. No, we don't have the Opry, but we play it up at the Bowery. And I think George Jones can hold his head up high. But the good Lord never told him about the way we do it here. We like our Hank, we like our Junior, but let's get one thing clear. This ain't Dixie, but it's country, and my southern sisters love me. We like it loud, we like it proud, are you with me? sexy until you cross that line.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Daddy Cool, Vinny Apicella with the Sports Wire. I am here on the line with coach of the Connecticut Panthers, Mark Welch. Mark, how are you today?
Doing very well, Vinny.
All right, good to hear you. So the Panthers went to a 9-1 season this year, and obviously we had a pretty close game on Sunday against the Chiefs. And as I just saw the playoff bracket, well, explain to me, first of all, did we win or lose the coin toss on Monday?
Yeah, we lost the coin toss. The militia won the coin toss, so they've got home field throughout the playoffs.
Okay, so technically what would be the second round of the playoffs after
Correct.
This week's bye week, we're going to be home against the Chiefs again?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So what is your game plan going into the game with the Chiefs, for a second time after such a close game on Sunday?
Well, I think just to, again, try to attack them a little better with the pass. I thought we left some balls on the ground that we normally complete. And if we can, just kind of clean that up a little bit, I think that'll help us kind of stay ahead of the game and do what we try to game plan in terms of attack and a defense. So I think that's the main thing. And then again, I thought we also had the chance at a couple fumble recoveries that we kind of let slip through our hands. So, a couple more turnovers and a little better offensive, execution, I think would produce a little better game anyway for us.
Okay. So obviously, you've gone through the NFL playoffs again, before, I should say. So this is what year in a row is this making the playoffs for you guys?
Since I've been there, we've been there every year. So it's at least 4 years now. This will be his fourth year.
Okay.
And I believe they were, a playoff team before that as well. Before I was. Okay.
All right. So do you have any idea, will you be staying at Falcon Field for the home game in a couple weeks?
I hate to say, tentatively, yes.
Okay.
We do have a kickoff for 7:00 Sunday the 11th, not
Okay.
on Saturday, but Sunday the 11th. But I still have to confirm that with the league because they don't like us, kicking off that late on a Sunday. But as long as we get the Chiefs to agree, I think it's going to be a go.
Okay, great. So put it in your words, how the game went. Obviously, you talked about a couple of fumble recoveries that could have happened, a couple of drop balls. But if you give me a synopsis of your season up until this point, the fact of going 9-1, the sole loss coming from the militia, and then their sole loss coming from the Panthers, without necessarily looking past the Chiefs, but what could you say would be some of your biggest strengths and weaknesses from this past season?
I think our biggest weakness, really, which used to be a strength of ours, is our special teams. You saw it, Sunday night where we gave up a kick return. We tried to kind of angle that kick to the sideline and make a play so that we could cover it better, and kind of backfired. So I think that's one part that we've got, in the next 2 weeks have to again shore up and try to do better at. I think the year has gone basically as as best we could hope. In this league, again, you have injuries that sometimes come unexpected, and other issues with the adult men playing that have families and jobs and stuff like that. So I think we've got to be happy where we are, and just hope that we can continue to compete at a high level, and do what we've done in the past, and try to carry this thing out.
Okay, great. So with the militia having home field advantage throughout the playoffs, that would mean that, should you guys get past the Chiefs, you're going to end up going to Danbury to face the militia. And then after that, how do they determine home field advantage between the North and the South in the championship?
Believe it or not, I think it's a coin toss.
Okay.
Again, so if, for example, Maine has the same record as us, they're the only team up there that has the identical record that we have. So
Correct.
If they continue throughout their playoff run, again, I think it's going to be another coin toss. I'm just hoping that because we've been to Maine the previous 2 years, that they might give us
a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, no, just not to travel again. But again, we're just happy to be in the position to get to that game if that's where we end up, and if we have to go there and play them, we'd be happy to do it just because we want to be in that game and hopefully continue to qualify for things down the line.
I could definitely understand that. Now you had Jamie Bryant playing quarterback on Sunday, and normally he's a wide receiver. What was the thought process of making the change?
Just Rich Snowden had a sore shoulder and felt that he would rather save himself for the playoff run versus risking aggravating it worse in a game that either way we're going to be 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep.
Just so happened we ended up 2 anyway in terms of the seeding. So he felt he'd take that week off to see if he could get that thing to feel a little better.
All right. And do you have any updates?
I do not.
Okay.
Not. I have not heard that he's not going to give it a go. So I'm assuming he should be ready to go.
Okay. One thing I will say about having Jamie Bryant at quarterback, he's definitely mobile. I mean, we've seen his speed obviously as a wide receiver, but he had quite a few quarterback keepers himself on Sunday, and he could run. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about, regardless of what happens at that position, we always have a guy like, Jamie to go to, which kind of gives you that different dimension. It makes the defense play a little differently because they really have to honor his ability to, either extend a play in the pass game or just take off in the pass game where, defenders are, dropping deep and giving up big chunks of yards. So that's certainly, a strategy we always look to have in our arsenal if we have to go to it. So.
Okay, that's great. So you have good depth at quarterback, which is obviously
correct.
Key. Just in case of injuries or whatever. Matter of fact, speaking of injuries, kind of switching gears a little bit from football, making a reference, but how serious? I mean, obviously these guys in semi-pro, they don't get paid, they don't have health insurance and stuff, other than if they have personal health insurance.
Right.
How many times have you seen somebody with a major injury? Obviously, you don't want to wish it on anybody, and that's not my point. But especially coming out with Derrick Rose from the Chicago Bulls getting hurt yet again.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you how many bad injuries have you seen to the point where someone either couldn't continue the season or just really getting hurt in the game or whatever?
Me personally, the worst injury I've seen is probably just an ACL tear. And, of course, at that time, the player that actually one of our other backup quarterbacks, Todd Carroll, is the one that, got that last year.
Okay.
And he walked off the field. So, I mean, I have not in my experiences seen a major catastrophic type injury in our league. However, I know there has been a couple where, guys have had, kind of get on the gurney and be taken to the hospital for some type of evaluation, whether it be a concussion type injury or something like that. I have yet to see that with us. So we've been pretty lucky like that,
Mm-hmm.
the normal, sprains, maybe bruises, and then the ACL is the worst that our team suffered while I've been here. So,
Okay.
But it's certainly something these guys, I think about all the time, and try to definitely avoid at all costs because they have to go to work on Monday morning.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. I just lost my train of thought for a second. I was going somewhere with that, but
Sorry.
No. It's okay. I'm just trying to think on the fly. I'm trying to get back to where we were. Injuries and that's what I was going to go for. Do you think that necessarily changes the style of play in any semi-pro league for that matter? Just trying to avoid injuries, or I mean, because I've seen them play and I've seen some pretty big hits just from the Panthers season this year. But do you think that it's like in the back of their mind that kind of changes the style of play?
Maybe going into the game, they're thinking about that all the time, probably. But I think once you get on that field, I'm one of those types of guys that thinks if you play any differently, if you try to slow yourself down or try to avoid something that you think might happen, that's when I think you end up getting hurt. But I think most guys think the same way. Hey, I'm just going to go all out and just, hopefully through, good solid technique and good execution of that technique, I'll be fine. I mean, you're always going to have or something like that, and that's probably where you'll get most injuries in our game anyway.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you, play hard and play by the rule, you should be okay.
Okay.
But you always do risk that, and I think these guys probably do have that in the back of their mind, some of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think once the ball's kicked off, I think that goes right back out. So
okay,
I think we're good.
Okay, very good, very good. So how, being that now you're in the playoffs, how is your practice schedule going to change? I know it's tough during this regular season to get you guys together, maybe once a week if that. Are you adding any specific practices in?
Yeah, we'll definitely try and add a day at least prior to the game, and we'll have a practice this weekend, and then probably try and get, because we play on Sunday, we'll try and get a practice in during the week and then a walkthrough on Saturday before our game. So it kind of works out, playing on Sunday for us to get that walkthrough in, which is kind of nice because that's something we probably normally wouldn't have.
Okay.
But so it will change. We will try and up the practice schedule to at least a day, and then individually, whether it be myself because I coordinate the offense or Coach Pollard who coordinates the defense, he's always on the phone, doing whatever he can do through by pictures, messaging, any form of social media that we can do to get in touch with these guys and kind of give them a lowdown on what we're trying to do for this opponent this week. So
gotcha.
But we'll definitely try and get an extra day of practice at least, if not two.
Yeah. Now, is it necessarily like a muscle memory thing to put a practice in this weekend, seeing as you have the bye?
Yeah, I just want to keep our guys as fresh as possible and just keep their focus. Where like you said, you don't want them to get. I mean, we have played a long season already, so I don't think that's going to come into play. But you don't want them to get a little stale and a little, to a position where we got to play, the first quarter to figure us out again, and kind of get the timing down and stuff like that. So we want to stay, at the top of our game the best we can, and just keep their minds on what we're trying to do and accomplish. So.
Okay, great. So bring me into now the game coming up on tentatively scheduled for Sunday the 11th at 7:00. For anybody out there who's interested in coming to the game, will the ticket prices remain the same? Yes,
ticket prices are still $10. Again, kids under 12 are free, and we honor all those kids that play with high school and on down midget programs to come and check us out and support your local semi-professional team. And we hope for a big crowd. It's kind of a nice little rivalry that we've created with us and the Chiefs because obviously we're all we're one of the top teams the last few years, and we always look forward to playing each other to try and see what we can do against each other. So we're just hoping for the best turnout to help us carry on and support us as best we can. It's important to us, and we appreciate all the support we get.
All right, absolutely. Thank you very much, Coach Welch. Good luck in the game in a couple weeks. Do you have any closing remarks going into the game next week?
I'd just like to thank you too, Vinny. You've been a great help. It's been a great, I'm glad you're up there in the booth. Again, we're always listening, and you might think we don't hear you. We do down there on the field, and we appreciate it. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from the announcing that we've had this year. So, we just hope that we can continue the relationship down the line, and just want to thank you again and promoting us out there.
Absolutely, and it's my pleasure. One of my goals, and I shared this with you previously, is bring more. Bring more recognition to the semi-pro, and at
Right.
some point, eventually, make it so that, like, for example, the NFL is an actual official feeder system into, let's say, arena football or
Right.
even the NFL. And you were sharing with me some of the players that had gone up,
Right.
to whether it be arena or even further, like in Canada or the NFL. But before we end this, let me know some of let our listeners know some of the names that have come through the NFL or specifically your teams that have made it to that next step.
Well, again, I think the biggest name recently, at least, and the reason I'm bringing him up is because he was with the Chiefs, and again, last year in our first game that we met the Chiefs, Jerome Cunningham was playing receiver for them. He is now on the roster for the New York Giants as one of their tight ends, and gets a lot of work in at special teams, and played at local Southern Connecticut, State University. But we have, like I said, Sir Snowden played in Canada for 2 years. He's our starting safety. We've had multiple guys get into some camps. We've had Kadir Dram, one of our offensive linemen, who's out of Syracuse. He's been on a couple practice squads with the NFL. Rich Ranglin, another guy that was with when they first started the Panthers, was on a single A team, believe it or not, and did make the Kansas City practice squad. Not sure he made the 53-man roster, but he's also he's sometimes the offensive defensive lineman of the year in the arena, and he's in Arena, Arena 1, plays for the Arizona Rattlers, and so he's come from the Connecticut Panthers as well. And every team probably has at least one guy with a pretty good story that almost had a chance to crack the big time. So we try to keep the game at a level where most of our guys are college experienced, if not greater than that, and it just puts a better product on the field, and I think that's what AAA should be. So hopefully it continues to grow, and the players continue to get better and better each year, and which just makes the league more, to me, again, more attractive and just more competitive, and that's what we're hoping for.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Welch, it's been an honor working with you this season, and I look forward to going to the championship and the playoffs. And now, after the NFL championship is done, what's next?
Once the North and South play each other, we will then enter what's called the Harvest Bowl. It's kind of a tournament. It could be one game. It could be more than one game, depending on how many teams enter and how they seed you, based on your strength of schedule, maybe your past, successes. And then the Harvest Bowl winner does get an automatic bid to the national championship in Florida through the USFA, United States Football Association. So, which is the only recognized AAA championship in terms of the nation. There are other championships, but they're the only recognized outfit right now. So, a lot of people will, say what they want about, certain tournaments or certain, championship games or whatever, but this is the only one that's recognized, and that's why we'd like to stay in it, just because of that.
Absolutely. Okay, and you guys are two-time winners of that, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, great. So, Coach Welch, thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you on the 11th, and just keep you posted if the time or the day or the time or the venue changes.
Will do. And thanks again.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much.
Take care.
This one's dedicated to the one. I still remember. Do you? They say it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Do you remember? All of the kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember? All of the promises, the memories, have you forgotten all of them that easily? I'm sitting here stuck, looking out the window at the rain come and go, the days come and go, the pain come and go, the memories of us that I just can't let go. The moment that we met, our eyes lined up, spying deep inside each other's souls. We both knew from the go we had to grab a hold of this train ride. It started like a roller coaster, now like a children's track, we moving slower. Hollering and screaming, fighting and believing the best we had already achieved. I believe the moment that we accepted defeat came when we stopped fiending for each other, stopped being there for each other. But there is no other that I would have ever put before you. It's just that the proof I had for you wasn't the truth for you. Now I'm sitting here so shattered, feeling like a fool. Does it even matter? Do you remember? The kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember? All of the promises, the memories, have you forgotten all of them that easily? Too many opportunities to recover from the troubles we were dealt, but not enough energy or health to continue to fight the blows being thrown just below the belt. We use words to cut deep like a ginsu with issues remaining. We never talked and or rearranged behaviors and or actions. I'm thinking back to when I was backtracking, being attacked by your friends, haters, and pretends. Who was there with a shoulder to lend? Who held your hand when the last man left you stranded? Who took you from misery to happiness by being the friend that made you mad at snowball fights in a snowstorm? Candles lit, formed in a heart with warm oil to start the massage, a collage of pictures, prayers uttered together, filled with wishes. Our best intentions never made it to reality. It's a sad reality, thinking of it really. Do you remember? All of the kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember?
Hey guys, Vanessa here from Pose. Are you tired of listening to the same old stations? Are you ready for a change? Well, there's something new coming your way. Fat Cat Radio, hosted by Twiz and White Peas. Listen to what you've been missing.
All right, folks. That's right. That was our buddy Twiz and White Peas. We had a really good interview with Coach Welch of the Connecticut Panthers on Wednesday. As you know, as you just heard, we had quite a bit of topics to talk about, including the playoffs and injuries and everything. Big time disappointment. Derrick Rose getting injured once again for the Chicago Bulls. The fact that now he's got a broken orbital bone, say he'll be out, a few games. But the fact is, I was listening to Mike, I listen to Mike every morning. I'll be honest, I love them. I love their show, and I love listening to them. But they were saying, was it Mike? No, I'm sorry, it was actually Freddie Coleman. On the way home from work one night. I listen to ESPN radio. I'm a sports buff. The only sports I really don't listen to are hockey. And I got posed with a question about. It's funny because I got posed with a question about a hockey trade, and I didn't even know the player's name. It's like the person asked me. It's one of the fans on Facebook of SportsWire had asked a question about. And actually, I can bring it up right now on Messenger. And he had asked, he's a sports fan, and he would love to get into a debate anytime. not going to say his name. I don't want to really give him out, but he said, and I quote, "That's awesome. If you ever want to do a live sports chat, I'm down. Debate about sports and stuff. Like, for example, who do you think won the Phil Kessel trade, Toronto or Pittsburgh?" Now, me, I'm thinking, okay, well, Toronto and Philly, Blue Jays or Phillies. You know, I'm thinking maybe it was a baseball trade at the deadline. You know, obviously Toronto did a lot at the deadline. No, it doesn't sound familiar. Basketball, possibly the Raptors and the, and then the 76ers. But then I had to look it up because curiosity got the best of me. It was a hockey trade between the Flyers and Maple Leafs. So I'm like, I did respond because I was at work and I just didn't respond. But it's hockey. I don't follow hockey. That's one thing I really don't follow. I think in the entire history of the SportsWire on Fat Cat Radio, I've talked about hockey once, and that was simply going over the Stanley Cup playoffs. Just to appease some people out there that might like hockey. I know I have a huge fan base from the Toronto area. Matter of fact, that's where Twizzle White piece from Toronto. So I have some fans Great White North, but I gotta say, down here in America, baseball is our national pastime. Football's coming into a close second, but baseball is our national pastime. So that's why I specifically talk about wrestling and baseball and throw football in there. Basketball I'm not too big on either. I'm going to talk about Derrick Rose, and I kind of went off on a tangent from him. But I heard about Derrick Rose getting injured again, breaking his orbital bone. Apparently he might be ready for the regular season start. He'll miss practices and stuff. But here's the thing. Derrick Rose came out and at Media Day a couple days ago said that his number one concern is for his family's well-being. His family's financial stability. Well, here's the thing, okay? From what I've heard, in his first two seasons in the NBA, okay, he only missed 6 games out of a possible 160 whatever games. That's including playoffs. He only missed 6 games. In the past 5 years, out of a possible 312 games, he has missed 212 of them. So the fact is he should not be talking about a big guaranteed contract if he can't guarantee his health to play. It's unfortunate. He comes in and, Derrick Rose, from what I know, is a great player. But he's very, very injury prone. I mean, he's so far injury prone that, he's been injured. He lost 2 full seasons because of, I think it was a meniscus tear or something or other, and he lost 2 full seasons of that. So to me, that's telling you, you gotta earn your money, and you can't be talking about money. It's like everybody knows there's going to be quite a big payday in the next couple of years because of the TV, the TV contracts that are coming due, and there's going to be a lot of money in there. First of all, I think pro sports players are vastly overpaid. The only sport besides WWE, which is sports entertainment, the only sport where I feel the players are truly underpaid is the NFL and football. And the reason why I say that, now granted you have the quarterback get a big payday, 20 million here, 20 million there. Yeah, that they're overpaid too. But see, here's the deal. Football is probably, with hockey a close second, probably the most physical of all sports. Baseball, where do you really have the physicality? Yes, you have talent and skill, but in terms of actually being a contact sport, baseball doesn't compare. What do you get? Beat with a ball once every 2 years or once every 2 months? Get into a couple of bench brawls. You slide in contact, bowl over a catcher. Maybe catchers deserve more money than pitchers. Have ever think about that? Anyways, put your body help me wrong. Especially with all the Tommy John surgery and everything that's coming up. Baseball players do deserve money. But nobody, and I repeat, nobody deserves $20 million a year. I mean, that is just absolutely ridiculous. If now here's the deal. Okay? Yes. Football players probably need the most medical insurance out of any sports players out there. Okay? But here's the thing to think about. What are you really doing with $20 million? Really? I mean, okay. Yeah, you're going to have a nice home, you're going to have taxes, mortgages, cars, the price of gas is easily wipe out, you know. But here's the deal. You got to think about it. Okay? If a player is making $20 million a year. Okay? Now baseball's a long season. So for a guy like Alex Rodriguez, $25 million a year, you know, okay, that breaks down to something like $30,000 a pitch or an at-bat. That's more than I make in a freaking year. But okay, so here's the deal. When you're playing a professional sport, I'm not talking about semi-pros. I'm talking about professional. When you're playing a professional sport, okay, your travel, your lodging, it's all paid for. You may have to pay for your meals, you know, with the exception of whatever's in the clubhouse before the game. But like your lodging, your travel, it's all paid for. You have to probably get a rental car every so often, on your days off, whatever. But if you, for the most part, if you're going from city to city, your travel is already taken care of. Your hotel stays are already taken care of. So what do you really need $20 million for? You know, it's in all sports. Your travel paid for. Football. Okay, there's 16 freaking games over 17 weeks. Plus playoff stuff. But again, $20 million? No. See, I think honestly there should be a cap of maybe $5 million a year. $5 million a year. That's all you really need. I'd be happy with $100,000 a year. That would really make me happy. $100,000, which is a tenth of obviously a tenth of $1 million, which is 2% of $5 million a year. Okay, that's $100,000, 2% of $5 million a year. So I think honestly the money businesses have gotten very, obviously all sports businesses. I can't believe I heard it. I heard it a few months ago that up until this year, the NFL was considered a non-profit organization. Non-profit organization. The National Football League. Now, I can understand the EFL being non-profit, but not the NFL. Non-profit, really? When they're getting X amount, they're getting millions and millions of dollars on TV deals from ESPN, from NBC, from CBS, from the NFL Network. Really? The non-profit? And all the money that comes from the teams and everything? Give me a break. Give me a break. If you're considered non-profit, then all your profits should be going to a charity. Quite honestly, it should be going into the educational system to educate children, because obviously if you've got a checkered past, if you've got criminal tendencies, now I'm stereotyping here, but as of now, if you don't have a criminal record, you don't belong in the NFL. Now, great, there's a lot of great players that didn't have criminal records, but look in the past. Look at Adrian Peterson with the child abuse case. Adrian Peterson, a well-respected player. Okay? Ray Lewis, the murder charge that eventually got overturned. Okay? Ray Rice. All right? I'm just picking out a few. Plaxico Burress. Again, great play. Look at Ben Roethlisberger. Okay? He had two possible sexual assault cases that he beat. And he's still a great quarterback. Unfortunately, that gives us a segue going to our next topic. But the fact is, the NFL should be putting all that extra money into education so that these kids can go to school, have an education, go to college, and stay in college all 4 years. Quite honestly, here's the deal. I think you spend more money in college football than the NFL. Because college football, if you give kids scholarships, and if you put more scholarships into a team, it'll help, because maybe the kid doesn't want to stay 4 years, he wants that big money. But if you turn the tide, and you turn the tables, and you put more money into college football, maybe this world will be a better place. Maybe a guy like Jameis Winston, who whatever he's dealing with, whether it's sexual assault or just assault or whatever, maybe that stuff wouldn't happen because you're giving kids free ride to college instead of multi-million dollars in the NFL. Now, granted, rookies have their rookie cap or whatever, but Andrew Luck is still playing on the rookie cap. Andrew Luck, who's a great, clean, as far as I know, clean football player. Okay, he's playing. He's one of the greatest, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's still playing on the rookie deal. Next year he'll want more money, of course. But it takes a real person to say, you know what, I don't need $20 million a year. Take $15 million a year of that. Give that to my alma mater for scholarships, so that more people go to college, go to school. That would be smart. It'd be the same thing with the NBA. Look at a guy like LeBron James, okay, who's incredibly talented. Okay, he really is. Okay, he's incredibly talented. LeBron James, probably the second best player, or maybe the. I don't know. I hate ranking basketball players. I don't follow it too much, but probably the third best player behind Michael Jordan and oh grief, what was his name? Wilt Chamberlain. And I throw Dennis Rodman up there as well because Rod the Body doesn't go for that. But the fact is, I still feel like a guy like LeBron James completely skipped college. He went directly from high school to the NBA. If he went to college, he'd be much smarter. Obviously, he'd get more education. Too many kids want money. Too many kids want the payday, which is why they go directly to the pros, or they go one and done. 1 year of college just to get that eligibility, or 2 years of college. At least stay 2 years. Denver, the Jets, the Eagles. He has nowhere to go in the NFL. So he's working at ESPN, and it's okay. He's got something to fall back on. And I think the problem is too many kids think, okay, I can handle this, but you got to be well spoken. You can't balance poverty and all that. You get a chip on your shoulder, and you come to language. Good gracious, there's a lot of transitions that are great. Okay, but when you're talking and you're mispronouncing words, or you're getting to a ghetto type of formula, you're going to end up losing viewers because people don't want to hear that. At least I don't. And I'm not saying it's white or black or African or Asian or Hispanic. I'm talking anybody. So work on your language. Work on your work on your education for sports. Unfortunately, too many parents are putting in their head that hobbies, and as a kid, that's all it is, a hobby. You don't have a career aspiration at 7 years old. Yeah, you're going to start playing baseball, playing Pop Warner football, playing stuff at that age, but it's still a hobby. You can't say this is my career. I'm going to be playing the Yankees. Okay, one person that I know of did that, and that's Derek Jeter. But he's also well-spoken. He's educated. Okay, he's not one of these guys that it's hard to talk about something like this without coming off as racist. And I'm not racist. Okay, I have many African American friends. I have many friends who talk ghetto. Some of the white people that I know talk ghetto. So you can't judge someone based on color. It all depends on their upbringing, the situations they had in their youth, and that's how they talk. There are times where my friends talk, or they send me a text message, or something on Facebook or Twitter, and it's just you just want to kind of take them by the throat and say, no, this is how you spell it. This is how you write it. Oh, good gracious, people. Anyways, that was a whole big long tangent getting into tonight's Thursday night football game. But I'm going to get to that after our next song, which is Garden Dean Wild, She's a good friend of the show. She supports us, and she shares everything we post on Facebook, just about. And big shout out to Dean Wild, his Garden of Eden, one of my favorite songs. And here you go, right here on the Sports Wire.
Garden of Eden, I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden, I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. I'm lyrically on another level, got my dancing shoes on, but I ain't dancing with the devil. So don't go mentioning my name, boy. I'd rather sit here playing the games on my Game Boy. You know I've been on top of my Game Boy. I'm just spreading the love so we can all share the same joy, yeah. It feels good, don't it? Still got a long way to go, but we came a long way from it, oh. I'm repping the South, but I'm from the North, though. Home of the Raptors, we shooting free throws. This is my Michael Jordan year, I'm on my MVP flow. Look at me go, maybe it's just my ego. I got real followers and they go wherever we go. Dude's got 1 million followers, but none in real life. Yeah, they got the views up, but that don't mean the point of view's right. Now follow me as I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden, I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. Yeah, the Garden of Eden, I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden.
Yeah, alright, look, so I'm dancing through the Garden of Eden. I got my shoes on, laced up, ready to go. Let's get this ball on, I'm on my ball wherever I go. In my garden, I'm the sunlight that helps nature to grow. It's only natural, I blow, like the wind in the leaves. I'm so breezy, fresh lemon squeezy. Chilling in the garden where needs aren't really needed. Laws aren't seen, cause we just focus on breathing. I'm just trying to let y'all in for the first time. Please don't make me have to think twice about being nice. Come take a walk with me in the garden that I sowed. Only with the best seeds, come with me and you'll see. No Wonka, but life for me is so sweet. I'm just trying to eat and then feed. Let's eat. Get up on my feet and then leap. Leapfrog over obstacles, all dreams are possible. Even when you wake up, dance to the beat of life. Cause everything's gonna be alright. Take my hand and let's dance in the Garden of Eden. In the Garden of Eden. Take my hand and let's dance in the Garden of Eden. In the Garden of Eden. Take my hand and let's dance.
All right, now it was Dean Wild with Garden of Eden right here on Sports Wire. Like I said, fantastic singer, fantastic person, definitely Twitter and Instagram and everything else. Definitely SoundCloud. Which actually Sports Wire is on SoundCloud. Is one of the SWE Connecticut accounts, social accounts, I should say. All right, so I went through a very long-winded rant about the English language and how people butcher the language. And like I said, it's not really bad, but you know, it is. All right. So tonight it is Thursday after all. Tonight is and Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network because CBS only carries the first 8 games of the NFL season, and then the rest are on NFL Network. So here's the thing. Tonight's game is going to be between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big rivalry. The problem is, while the Steelers are 2-1, okay, they're without their quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, who went down with injury. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. Really hurt my fantasy team. But regardless, he's out 4 to 6 weeks. So who's their backup starter? None other than Michael Vick. Michael Vick crossed Pennsylvania, went from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. Well, Philadelphia to Jets, now to Pittsburgh. Now here's the thing. Michael Vick is a phenomenal football player. Okay, he's a phenomenal athlete. Yeah, he went to prison, made a mistake, he did the dog fighting thing. Give it a rest. Okay? I just wondering about all these NFL players having records. But you know what? Here's the thing. Again, when somebody's raised in a certain style, a certain way, they get ideas that certain are okay, especially if they're not taught by their parents. I don't know the whole situation with Michael Vick and why he got a dog fighting thing or whatever, but he served his time. He's back in the NFL. Deal with it. He's a phenomenal player. He did great with Philadelphia. But give it a rest. Okay? Deal with your own problems in your life. Like Christ said, like it's been said in the Bible. Okay? Don't worry about the sliver in somebody else's eye if you don't take the plank out of your own eye or something like that. But the problem is, what it basically means is that don't worry so much about somebody else's problems or what they've done in the past. Worry about your own problems. Because I can guarantee you one thing. Here's the deal. I came out on the SportsWire, last month saying that I'm a registered sex offender in Connecticut. Okay? I've said it, people in my church or my old church actually know about it. Okay? Half the reason why I got kicked off Facebook. That was actually the whole reason why I was kicked off Facebook. But here's the deal. Okay? For the people that are uncomfortable with talking about things, and I'm going to tell you that is one of the biggest taboo subjects to talk about, sex offenders. Anytime somebody thinks about a sex offender, think of a child molester or a pedophile or a rapist. Okay? People make mistakes. Okay? Now, granted, if you're a sociopath, you don't care about people or whatever, there's a problem there. But for the most part, some people get into desperate times. Or they don't know better if they're younger offenders. Or their loyalty is misplaced. I've heard stories of people taking rap people and half their life, and a lot of their life is taken over because they refuse to rat on somebody or be a snitch or whatever. Quite honestly, in my opinion, that's stupid. But whatever. Accountability is key. Okay? I've taken accountability for the hurt I've caused in my life. And I'm not going to get specific about it. But here's the deal. Is people make mistakes. They get tied up in different things. As long as they're accountable, they're held accountable. They do their time. They do their pay off their debt to society. And deal end of story. That's it. Forget about it. All of our sins God has forgotten about. Okay? When Christ came down from heaven, as God's Son, and was brought to the cross and died, all of our sins throughout our life were wiped away. Now, granted, we're not God, we're human. And no human has the right to judge anybody. And if God, who has forgotten all of our sins, past and future, and present, it's a clean slate. So that's the kind of advice I would give everybody out there who's got a problem with Michael Vick. And it's not because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I'm a fan of second chances. Okay? I'm a fan of giving somebody their due and giving somebody the benefit of the doubt to say, you know what, this guy's been rehabilitated. Like for example, Johnny Manziel. Okay? Now, drugs and alcohol are pretty normal subjects nowadays, especially with pro athletes. Okay? I mean, heck, you say something cross-eyed, you have to go through sensitivity training or rehab or something. That's ridiculous. But the thing is, Johnny Manziel checked himself into rehab because he had a problem with whatever it was, drug or alcohol. I think it was alcohol. Came out, and you know what he did what he had to do. He held himself accountable. Okay? Regardless of whether it's yourself or your team, you hold some accountability is key. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get at. If you're a sex offender, if you're a murderer, if you're whatever, accountability is key. Okay, so another long-winded. Boy, Dave, isn't it? Well, I will say that the games, the Ravens are 0-3, so tonight's game is not going to be a typical Steelers-Ravens game. Michael Vick being quarterback for Roethlisberger is a huge change, and the fact that the Ravens are 0-3, it shows their lack of dominance this year. Okay. So we've still got quite a bit to cover, and it's already over an hour into the show. This probably might be the longest SportsWire that I've ever done, but it's needed. I will say that. It's definitely needed. time to talk about a lot of stuff. But anyways, our next segment, we're probably going to talk about the MLB playoffs. Well, maybe we can get the MLB playoffs on Monday. But there's a whole situation with Bryce Harper and Jonathan Papelbon, and I've heard both sides of the story from Mike and from different ESPN people. But the fact of the matter is, Jonathan Papelbon is a veteran, okay, but he's not effective right now. I mean, ever since he left Boston, he's been sucking it up. Philadelphia was okay, but Washington hasn't done anything, and it could be frustrating because Washington is a much worse team in the lack of, lack of chances to win or get saved. But I will say that, I don't know exactly what happened there, but Bryce Harper being a rookie in the league or second player, younger player, Papelbon, trying to kind of get him to understand certain things about the game. And, but again, it should have been done in public, should have been done in the privacy of the locker room, or the locker room. But it is what it is. Papelbon, unfortunately, was suspended for the final 4 games of the season. Not like they really need him. Washington's not going anywhere. But okay, so we're going to get to our final song. Okay, here's Jenna Morano, our great friend. Here's one of her songs. It's called Diesel Woman, right here on the SportsWire.
Smoke them marijuana. I'm a diesel woman.
All right. And that was Jenna Morano, Diesel Woman, right here on the SportsWire. Like I said, fantastic singer, fantastic artist. But anyways, we do have we've got quite a bit left to go over. Well, not really quite a bit. We still have some stuff to talk about. Monday Night Football this coming weekend. This coming week is this Lions at the Seahawks. Seahawks finally got their first win. Lions are still 0-3, I believe. So it's, I don't know. We'll see if it's going to end up being great or not. Anyways, we talked about, we covered a lot in this episode. I will say that. We talked about, we talked about the language, we talked about crimes, we talked about, we had a good interview with Coach Welch. We talked about the Panthers in the NFL, we talked about the NFL, we talked about Thursday Night Football tonight. Touched briefly on the Bryce Harper and Jonathan Papelbon situation. One thing I failed to mention is Drew Brees, who's still out. He got hurt a couple weeks ago. He's not played last week. Still hurt. Is he effective anymore? He's getting older. And I recently got somebody who liked the SportsWire on Facebook, who runs a show. Give her a shout out. It's a Sports Guru show. She's actually on the radio. It's called the Sports Guru Show. It's also a podcast. Check it out on iTunes. They're from New Orleans. They cover a lot of the New Orleans Saints and the Louisiana area. But I'm gonna have to try to get in touch with her, try to get an interview with her at some point, maybe over the next week or so, just to find out if Drew Brees is still an effective quarterback. Obviously, he took to the Super Bowl all that time, and Brady was after Katrina, and bringing some hope back to that community after what the devastation that was Hurricane Katrina. But is he still, that kind of quarterback that can still command respect? Because the Saints haven't really won anywhere in the past few years. And, it's, now with him being hurt, taking time off, is he still an effective quarterback? And I just saw the Saints are going to restructure his contract. And, the salary cap. But again, does he command that kind of respect as a quarterback? Is he still one of the elite quarterbacks? Elite quarterbacks, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, no matter how much they pay, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees. I don't consider Eli Manning an elite quarterback. But I still think that Peyton Manning's on the downside of his career. Over the past couple of years, been less than stellar. And I feel like he's definitely not going to be around. This might be his last season. No matter what he keeps saying, the Denver Broncos will have to put someone out there who's going to help them win. And if Peyton Manning is not going to be himself, he's got to get out of Dodge and get out of the way for the next players coming up. All right. So our final segment of the day. And that will be, that can only mean one thing, and that's our dumb laws of the day. And we're going to our home state of Connecticut. So, here we go. Dumb laws in Connecticut. Town records may not be kept where liquor is sold. Well, may not be sold, but it may be kept. Liquor may be kept where the town records are. May not be sold out there, but it is illegal to dispose of used razor blades. Well, you got to throw them out somehow. Let's see. You cannot buy alcohol after 9 p.m. or on Sundays after afternoon on Sunday. All right. That was revealed. Obviously, liquor stores can now stay open. I believe until 10 p.m. in Connecticut. Sunday they're open until 5, I believe. It is illegal to discharge a firearm from a public highway. You can stop by the police for biking over 65 miles an hour. I don't think you can really bike that fast unless you have drift going in the back of the truck. It is in order for a pickle to officially consider a pickle, it must bounce. So for those of you who like pickles, make sure it bounces, and then it'll be considered a pickle. If not, it is not a pickle, it's just a cucumber with vinegar on it. Now going on to city laws in Connecticut, Devon. It is unlawful to walk backwards after sunset. In Guilford, only white Christmas lights are allowed for display, which I think is ridiculous because white Christmas lights are ugly. You gotta have color. In Hartford, you aren't allowed to cross the street while walking on your hands. In Hartford, I don't think you want to cross the street walking on your hands. You get run over. You may not educate dogs in Hartford. Well, you gotta educate somebody. Most of Hartford isn't educated as it is. It is illegal for a man to kiss his wife on Sunday. Okay, maybe not kiss his wife, kiss somebody else. It's crazy. These laws are crazy. Why would you be able to educate dogs? I mean, and why is it illegal for a man to kiss his wife on Sunday? Well, that's promoting extramarital affairs. In Meriden, the use of a bean whistle in public is prohibited. In New Britain, it is illegal for fire trucks to exceed 25 miles an hour even when going to a fire. Now, I've seen fire trucks go past 25 miles an hour. And I live in New Britain. And I broadcast from New Britain. In Rocky Hill, an arcade may not have more than a total of 4 music devices, such as ping pong tables, pinball machines, or shuffleboard tables. In Southington, silly string is banned. In Waterbury, it is illegal for any beautician to hum, whistle, or sing while working on a customer. Folks, you can't make this stuff up. Obviously, because they are the dumb laws. And these are the dumb laws in Connecticut. All right, so folks, I want to thank you for listening or watching. I don't think many people watch on YouTube, so it says viewer 0, but you could always watch the replay because it is on demand, obviously. So folks, I want to thank you. I love you guys. I thank you. You know, I have fun with the show. I'm glad that you guys have fun. Thank you to Coach Welch. Thank you to our musical talent, Jenna Murata, Dean Wild, Twiz and White Peace, and AJ Jansen. Thank you for everything, folks. And we'll see you on Monday with the Sports Wire.